What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to open some Keyforge Mass Mutation decks. If you don't know Keyforge, you should definitely check out the Keyforge video, the How to Play Keyforge video that I made. It's a super fun game. I've really enjoyed it. This is set number 4. I will say that I played a bit of set number 3 and it really didn't strike me at first, but the more I played it and the more decks that I bought for it, the more I began to enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to this set, and I'll talk about why I'm looking forward to this set as we go. But what I will be doing is opening this card by card. So I'm not going to look at the little end card that shows everything that's in the deck. We're just going to look at it card by card. There's a ton of cool effects in this set, so I think it's actually going to behoove us to open it like that rather than just looking at the deck list first and then going from there. Okay, all that to say, I am super pumped for in-person play for this. Whoa, look at that, that was weird. In-person play for this set, because I think it's going to be a really fun set to play along with. Let's make sure we all have a little bit more focus in the world. Well, look at the name. T. Tidecrest, the Temple Scoundrel. That's a good way to start this whole mass mutation off. So this set, this is the 4th set, as we said. I'm trying to avoid looking while talking. The 4th set, and it's a set that I have been excited for since they announced what they were doing with it. And it's not just the mutation things, like the name. It's not even just the giant creatures that they're putting in it. I really think that even after 3 sets, like it only took 3 sets, but after 3 sets, I think people sort of solved the what's good in a deck and what's not. And the game lost a bit of discovery, that sense of discovery that it had in set 1. That sort of carried over in set 2, I think kind of got lost a little bit in set 3, where people were just looking for the things that they enjoyed, or sorry, not looking for the things that they enjoyed. They were just looking for raw power level, and that there were so many tools that kind of pumped that out. I'm excited to see if this is a little bit of a mix-up with that. So, starting with the discs, there's a lot of cards here that I kept unspoiled for myself, so I may read a few. Creature 2, Brabble. Destroyed, your opponent loses 1. If it's not your turn, your opponent loses 3 instead. Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that power level wise... Oh, here's an enhanced mechanic, and it's Gateway to Dis, back in the game. Gateway to Dis, destroy each creature, gain 3 chains. And this, I think, when you play this, you draw a card. So there's the enhancement icon. Enhancements are provided by certain cards, and I think that is the reason why I'm looking forward to this set most. Inspector is a 2-power creature, and it has this destroyed effect that your opponent has to purge a random card from their hand when you destroy it, which is pretty cool. Also, looks like he's wearing like a baseball cap. I don't know if you guys think that, but straight up baseball cap guy right here. I love the idea of enhancements put onto cards. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand, steal 1 for each bonus icon on the card discarded. Wow, that's actually really cool. That's really good. Cinder, a 6-power, 2-armor creature. He's a demon. He's got taunt. This creature's neighbor cannot be attacked unless they have taunt, which is the taunt keyword. His reap effect is reap, just destroy a friendly creature, which may be good with the 2 destroyed effects that we've seen so far in this deck. It's kind of cool. You could trigger off your own destroyed effects. I like that. Here we have Snarette, which is a cool little play on charrette, and the art is similar, except blue, which is nice. At the end of your turn, capture 1. It's a 4-power, just like charrette from the first set. Action, move each amber from Snarette to the common supply. Ooh, that is so good. Oh my gosh, that's super good. I love that. I love that. Man, I miss opening these things too. Feels good to open these. Stirring Grave. You gain an amber when you play it. Archive a creature from your discard pile. Ooh, yeah. Man, I've always loved Dis, and this is... Oh, hey, 2 of them. Sweet. This is no different. Essence Scale is an artifact uncommon. Destroy a friendly creature. If you do, ready and use a friendly creature that shares a house with the destroyed creature. So you could trigger a destroyed effect in Dis, then use a creature, ready and use a creature in Dis as well, that you've already used, perhaps. You could do this in any house technically, because after you name Dis, you can destroy like an untamed creature and then use the untamed creature that's on the board. Pretty cool. Grim Reminder. Choose a house. Archive each creature of that house from your discard pile and gain 1 chain. Wow, and then they lose an amber too. That's another enhance pip there. That's a cool card. Do we have a rare for this? It feels like we're running out of discards. The old school Soul Keeper upgrade. It's pretty interesting. And let's see, is there one more? There is. Wail of the Damned. This is an enhance. This gave the enhanced effect that we saw previous. Destroy a creature with no bonus icon. Oh, that's cool. That should be the end of that, right? Yeah. Oh, on to my favorite house, Logos. After a card is discarded from your hand, archive the top card of your deck. This is an auto-encoder, an artifact, new artifact to the game. Bot Bookton. Good play. This is Mass Mutation after all, so there's like old school creatures from the first set that have been tweaked. This is a reap effect that says play the top card of your deck. It used to be a 5 power, now it's a 4 power. A Diametric Charge. Play, deal 1 to a creature with 2 splash. Oh, that's cool. It's like the opposite of the deal 2 with 1 splash. You gain an amber when you play that as well. Cool. 2 of them. Gaining amber off of cards when you play them is great. Speaking of, you gain another amber. Eclectic Inquiry. Archive the top 2 cards of your deck. Dude, drawing and archiving, those make me feel so good. And an Infomorph. We got the enhance effect. 4 power creature. It's got the draw 2 cards. You just put these pips onto 2 random cards in the deck. We saw one of them in the dis side of things. 2 Infomorphs. Oh my god. We're going to be drawing billions of cards. It's pretty sweet. Lethologica. I'm not sure how you'd pronounce that. Someone tell me in a comment below. Play, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a Logos card or run out of cards. If you discard a Logos card this way, place it in your hand. Pretty cool. Gain an amber. It just searches for Logos cards. I'm a fan of that. Those cards have always been pretty good. Oh, and a Bouncing Death Cork with a draw a card effect. I like that. That is spicy. Bouncing Death Cork from the very first set of the game. Entropic Swirl. I think this was back in the day too, right? Choose a creature. For each trait that creature has, deal 2 to it and gain 1. Entropic Swirl is a cool card. Never saw much utility in the past. Oh, Reverse Time. What? Our first Mass Mutation deck has Reverse Time in it. That is spicy. Swap your deck and your discard pile, then shuffle your deck. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Oh man, I missed this. Dinobot. Look at this. Dinobot, Mutant Scientist 5 power creature. You may exalt him, and if you do, deal 3 to a creature, and then reap. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw a card. Wait a minute, we had a synergy with that, didn't we? Whenever you discard a card from your hand, do something. What was that? Oh, now I really need to know. Oh, here we go. The auto-encoder. That's cool synergy. After you discard a card from your hand, archive the top card of your deck, so you can order these. That is super cool. Look at that. Look at that synergy. Oh wait, that's a unique. That's interesting. All right, on to the Untamed. Another one of my favorites that hasn't, I guess, been very good lately. Fandangle, 3 power creature. While you have 4 amber or more, your non-untamed creatures interplay ready. Your non-untamed creatures. Okay, so if this sticks, then you just have ready creatures as long as you have 4 or more amber, which is possible. Hey, look, it's a destroyed effect. Forge a key at current cost. Key Frog, man, that's cool. I like that. What else we got? Rapid Evolution. Gain an amber. Play. Choose a creature. Give it a +1 counter for each amber that you have. So you gain an amber. Oh, this is clever design. I love this design. So it always gives you 1 +1 power counter because it gives you an amber at the beginning, no matter if you're at 0. I love that. That's good design. Continuing on. Savage Clash. Here's one of the draw cards. Play, destroy each creature except the most powerful enemy creature and the least powerful friendly creature. So blow up everything and you get your least powerful creature and they get their most powerful creature, which could be good in some form and fashion. Song of the Wild, this is a good little, everything you have reaps 1. That really is dependent upon how many creatures you have on the Untamed side because obviously you have to use those creatures on the Untamed side. Dark Harbinger, that's cool. After you play an Untamed action card, ready Dark Harbinger, which is great because you could technically like reap with Dark Harbinger, play this, reap again, and you would gain 2, total of 3 with that little 2-card combo if she sticks. That's cool. Growth Surge, 2 amber, you gain it. Give a flank creature 3+1 power counters. Give its neighbor 2+1 power counters. Give the second creature's other neighbor +1 power counter. So it's like a reverse version of, oh, what's the Logos action that pops from left to right? Positron Bolt, is that right? It's like a reverse Positron Bolt. How clever. Niflgrounds, back in the game. Choose a creature for each remainder of the turn, or for the remainder of the turn. That creature loses Taunt and Elusive. I think this was like back from the first set, right? Gives you 2 Amber, though. That's pretty good. One of those pips is provided. One of those is already on it. Oh, that's interesting how they did the recoloring. Wild Bounty. Enhance 2. Yeah, so there's the other Enhance card. The next time you play a card this turn, resolve each of its bonus icons an additional time. That's pretty good if you got a lot of bonus icons in your Untamed side, right? We're getting close. Ooh, Earthbind. This creature cannot be used unless its controller has discarded a card this turn. Just throw that on your opponent's stuff. Call it a day. Looks like we're down to 2 cards. Let's see what the last 2 are. Mutation of Cunning. It's an action. Until the start of your next turn, a creature gains Elusive and the Mutant trait. And it gives you an Amber. Not many characters, or creatures, excuse me, on the Untamed side, it looks like. Umbra Beast. Elusive and Skirmish. And he's a 3 power, and he draws you a card because of the pip that's been placed on him. Elusive and Skirmish. So he can fight, and he's hard to remove. Interesting. So, Untamed, not so spicy, but take a look at all of those cool little pips. See, this is why I like this set, because you can look at this like this, but you have to open the deck and try the deck out, or open the deck and really think about the deck before you know if this is really good. And I think it's going to take at least a hot minute before the tech out there catches up with whether or not cards are good with certain pips or other things. So that's why I really enjoy the idea of placing things onto cards, because it really does make you think about the deck more and not just rely on a random arbitrary number given by, you know, like the wonderful website decks of Keyforge, you know, SAS, that sort of stuff, which I rely on greatly when after opening all my decks looking at, but I think it's going to encourage more people to play more things, and I love that. So what do you think about this deck? Do you like it? If you like it, leave a comment down below about your favorite card that we saw in this deck. Let me know your favorite house. That's the question of the day. What is your favorite Keyforge house? Is it Untamed? Is it Dis? Is it Logos like mine is? Mine's Logos. Let me know in a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.